Right then, almost there. Last couple of questions. Question 25. This rectangular frame is made from 5 straight pieces of metal. So you have to realise that this is some kind of almost like poles put together, metal bars or solid bars just put together to make a frame. The weight of the metal used to make it is 1.5 kilograms for every meter of metal. Work out the total weight of the frame. Okay. So if we need to know how many meters the frame is made of, and then we can, times it by 1.5 to get the total weight. Great. Okay, so that bit there is 12. This bit here is 5. This is a rectangle, so this must be 12 as well. And that must be 5 there. But we have this bit in the middle, which it doesn't seem obvious. What is the length of that piece there going to be? Alright, so this question is using right angled triangles, and we're working out the longest side of a right angled triangle. It's got to be Pythagoras. Pythagoras is going to now kind of tend to be hidden within the questions. It's not just going to come out and say, find the longest side of this triangle. So, how does Pythagoras work? Let's have a little look at some very bad diagrams. It says the square of the two smaller sides. So if I square the small side here, and I square this side here, the square of the two smaller sides add up to the square of the longest side. Alright, that's kind of like the diagram version of Pythagoras. So what's 12 squared? So I'm going to do, let's write down the working. I'm going to do 12 squared plus the other side squared, 5 squared. That will give me the square of this, which I've called x. So that will give me x squared, the square of the side that I'm after. So 12 squared, 12 12s are 144. 5 5s, 5 squared is 25. You add those together and you'll get the square of the longest side. So that's going to give me 169 if I add those up. Okay, you can check that, do it in the column method. 169 meters is not the length of this side. That is not the answer. That would be massive compared to the other two sides. So it's 169 is actually equal to the square of the number we're after. So how do you undo a square? Well, you need to square root 169 to work out the length of that side there. Okay, we're square rooting at the end. So I don't know what the square root of 169 is. What do I do I haven't got my calculator with me? Well, hopefully you knew what 12 squared was. That was 144. That's pretty close to 169, isn't it? And also, 169 ends in a 9. So what number squared gives you 9? Well, 3 gives you 9. So what number ends in a 3? But is close to 12, well, 13. Alright, so that side there is 13. So we need to then think about what the question was actually asking us in the first place. Work out the length of all the pieces of metal, is what we said we were going to do. Add them up to get a total. So we've got 12, 12, 5, 5 and 13. What does that make when you add it all up? Let's just try and create some space to work this out. So all of our sides added together, 12, 12, I don't know what that did that for, put that back, plus 5, plus 5, plus 13. What does that give me? Well, I've got 24 plus 10 is 34, 34 plus 3 is 30, what have we done there? 24 plus 10 is 34. 44, 47. There we go. Eventually got there, didn't I? Alright, so 47 is the total length. 47 meters. And every meter weighs 1.5 kilograms of metal. So we said we were going to do 1.5 times 47. So if we do 47 times 1 and 47 times 0.5 or a half, then that's the same as doing 47, excuse me, times 1.5. 47 times 1 is 47. And 47 times a half, well, it's just like, what is half of 47? Well, half of 40 is 20, and half of 7 is 3.5. So it's going to be 23.5 is half of 47. Add those up, and we will get 0.5, that's a 10, carry the 1. 4, 2 and 1 is 7. So 70.5 kilograms is the final answer. That is the weight of the frame. Alright, I hope that was clear enough. On to the next question.